Dear viewers, Namaskar. In view of the rising number of COVID cases in Rourkela and the nearby areas, you are requested to adhere to the COVID appropriate behaviors like wearing masks properly, washing hands frequently, maintaining social distance, and avoiding crowded places. In the headlines today, revenue generation and cost saving amongst the major highlights of Coal Chemical Department of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant in the last fiscal, and National Webinar on Communications and Branding Challenges organized by PRCI Rourkela Chapter as part of Talent Hunt series. Now the news in detail. The Coal Chemicals Department of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant helps in recovering the primary products like ammonia, crude tar to clean and cool the coke oven gas so that it can be conveniently used for the heating purpose and to further process and refine the crude tar to yield a number of marketable products. In the last fiscal, the Coal Chemicals Department generated a cash revenue of around 160 crore through sales of crude coal tar, crude benzol and other byproducts. To ease the tar loading process and enhance its capacity, loading points was increased from 2 to 4. In addition to this, several cost savings methods were adopted which brought about substantial one-time savings of about rupees 4.61 crores and recurring benefit of about rupees 3.5 crores. The cost control measures included salvaging, modifying, installation and commissioning of rotor assembly of exhausters empty site which had damaged second stage impeller in exhauster 3, salvaging, repairing and replacement of NB 1200 valve at suction of booster 5, relocation of control room of booster and exhauster of site A for better reliability and supervision with restoration of all interlocks and tar sludge recycle. The other performance improvement initiative undertaken by the department were the overhauling of 2 numbers of Ascania control valves in the coke oven gas suction of exhausters in million-ton batteries, repair of decanters in million-ton site and new CCD complex coke oven battery 6, renovation of 6 cooling tower cells of million-ton site supplying water to primary gas coolers and conversion of MCC panel of dewatering pump of NCCD into microprocessor based intelligent panel for better protection against motor failure. In the environmental front, the department implemented an innovative solution for recycle of sludge by preparing homogeneous mix of sludge with coal in mixture. It also commissioned catch pits at 2 locations in CCD for effective collection and recycling of effluent to BOD plant for treatment prior to recycle. A national webinar on communications and branding challenges was organized on 9th May 2021 by Public Relations Council of India PRCI Rourkela Chapter as a part of the Talent Hunt series launched by the Governing Council of PRCI, the premier umbrella organization of PR professionals. Notably, this was the second webinar in the Talent Hunt series for members of PRCI and YCC Young Communicators Club, under which PRCI chapters from all over the country along with YCC are organizing webinars on different subjects related to public relations. In the webinar, Mr. Dhirendra Mishra, Chairman, PRCI, Rourkela Chapter and GM PR and COC SAIL, RSP, Mr. Ramendra Kumar, Director, National Executive, PRCI and Editor, Kautilya, and Mr. Shashank Patnaik, Member, YCC, Rourkela Chapter were the speakers. Each speaker was allocated 15 minutes to make their presentation. Mr. M.B. Jairam, Chief Mentor and Chairman Emeritus, PRCI, Mr. T. Vinay Kumar, National Chairman, PRCI, members of the jury, directors and members of the Governing Council, National Executives, Zonal Chairpersons, Chapter Heads, Office Bearers and members of PRCI and YCC from all over the country and persons who evince a keen interest in various aspects of public relations joined the webinar. The webinar began on a splendid note with an elaborative presentation by Mr. Dhirendra Mishra on internal communications in the best of times. He spoke about the importance of internal communication and how it helps an organization build its strength. Mr. Kumar, who made the next presentation on internal communications in the worst of times, spoke on the incredible fightbacks of organizations from worst of the scenarios riding on meticulously planned internal communications exercises. Both Mr. Mishra and Mr. Kumar cited the various communication initiatives taken in Rourkela Steel Plant and how these initiatives have helped the plant tide over the worst of crisis. The theme of Mr. Shashank Patnaik's presentation was Branding of an Educational Institution, Challenges and Opportunities. He deliberated on the importance of branding and emphasized upon creating value for the brand through continual and sustained effort. In the question-answer round held at the end, apart from the members of the jury, participants from various chapters and organizations put their queries which the speakers handled very deftly. Ms. Archana Satpathy, Secretary, PRCI Rourkela Chapter, moderated the program and proposed a formal vote of thanks at the end. That's all for the news today. Namaskar.